What if the Fallout season the finale didn't just end a story, but secretly rewrote the rules of the entire wasteland? One small decision, one quiet moment, and suddenly the future of Fallout looks very different than we thought. Most viewers felt the shock, but few noticed what it truly meant. Before the explosions, before the betrayals, the Fallout season finale begins with something far more dangerous. Calm. The episode slows down on purpose. Characters stop running, conversations last longer, and the wasteland feels strangely quiet. This is not peace. This is the deep breath before everything breaks. By this point in the season, every major character stands at a crossroads. Survival is no longer enough. Now it's about control. Who decides how the world should look after everything is gone? The finale places this question front and center, not through big action scenes, but through choices. Small choices, human choices, and in Fallout, those are always the most deadly. The episode carefully reminds us where everyone started. The hopeful become harder, the cruel become confident, and the ones who tried to stay neutral are finally forced to pick a side. This mirrors the core idea of the Fallout games. You can delay decisions, but you can never escape them. The wasteland always collects its price. There's also a strong feeling of history closing in. Old systems are failing. Old lies can no longer hold. The finale frames the world as something built on broken promises where every safe place exists because someone else suffered. The show wants you to feel uneasy, even before anything goes wrong. And that's the trick. The finale doesn't rush. It wants you relaxed, because once the storm hits, Fallout isn't asking who will survive anymore. It's asking who deserves to. The final episode unfolds like a slow collapse rather than a sudden blast. Every major scene feels heavy, as if the world itself knows something terrible is coming. The first key moment is not an action scene, but a conversation. Two characters face each other, both knowing that no matter what is said, one of them will walk away changed. This is Fallout at its core. Violence is easy, but choice is the real weapon. As the episode moves forward, alliances begin to crack. Promises made earlier in the season quietly fall apart. One character chooses order over freedom, believing that control is the only way to save what's left of the world. Another chooses chaos, not because they want destruction, but because they no longer trust anyone to lead. These choices are not framed as right or wrong. The show lets the silence after each decision speak for itself. One of the most important moments in the finale happens almost in the background. A door closes. A signal is sent. A system powers back on. It's easy to miss, but this single action changes everything. It tells us that the old world is not as dead as we thought. Its machines still work. Its plans are still moving forward. And someone is now in control of them. When the violence finally arrives, it feels sudden, but earned. The show doesn't celebrate it. There is no victory music, no heroic shots, just confusion, fear, and loss. Characters we trusted cross lines they can never return from. Others hesitate and pay the price for it. By the time the episode reaches its final minutes, the wasteland feels smaller and more dangerous. Power has shifted, but not in a clean way. The finale makes one thing clear. Fallout Season 2 was never about who wins. It was about showing that every ending in the wasteland creates a new kind of disaster. The season finale is packed with quiet nods to the Fallout games, and most of them are easy to miss if you're not watching closely. One of the first appears in the background of a ruined control room. The layout of the terminals, the green glow, and even the typing sounds are almost identical to Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. This isn't just fan service. It's a reminder that this world follows the same rules as the games. A major visual Easter egg comes from the vault design shown near the end of the episode. The door markings, wall numbers, and warning signs match the style used in Fallout New Vegas. Even the way the vault lights flicker mirrors how abandoned vaults appear when players first enter them in the games. This signals that what looks like safety may actually hide something far worse. There's also a small but powerful callback in the dialogue. A character mentions choice being an illusion. This line echoes one of Fallout's most famous themes, where players believe they are shaping the world, only to learn that every path leads to loss. Longtime fans will recognize this idea from major story moments across multiple games. Music plays a big role too. During a tense scene, a low, distorted version of a classic Fallout-style tune can be heard. It's not loud, but it's familiar. This kind of sound design is often used in the games when the player is close to discovering something dangerous. Even character behavior hides references. The way one character hesitates before making a final decision mirrors the pause players often take before choosing an ending in the games. The finale doesn't just show Fallout, it feels like playing it. And one last hidden detail strongly hints that a famous game location may become central in Season 3. The final moments of the season finale are quiet, but they carry the most weight. There is no big speech, no clear victory. Instead, the ending leaves us with a world that looks almost stable, and that's what makes it frightening. Fallout has always warned us that order can be just as dangerous as chaos. The last scene confirms that power has changed hands, but not in a way that brings hope. The systems of the old world are now active again, and someone believes they can use them to fix the wasteland. This idea has appeared many times in the Fallout games. Every time, it ends the same way: control leads to control, not peace. What the ending really tells us is that the cycle is repeating. The mistakes that destroyed the world are being rebuilt, piece by piece. The show makes it clear that the real threat isn't monsters or radiation. It's people who believe they know what's best for everyone else. Season 2 also quietly sets up Season 3. New factions are hinted at through symbols and signals. Old enemies may return, stronger and more organized. And a familiar location from the games is teased, suggesting the story is about to expand in a big way.